Hi, welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is...
It doesn't matter what your name is!
Fair enough. Black mold can be washed off of a Ferrari, so we don't want to just shovel that into a trash can and throw it away. Now, once you've Swiffered the entire car, we need to take care of one final layer of built-up dirt, and we do that by vacuuming the whole car. Hello. Welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is Arnie Kawasaki. But I mean, compared to the other videos in this playlist, look how clean that floor is.
I said look at it!
Oh my God, he cleaned underneath there, and he definitely saw my moose-themed wrestling costume. Now he knows my alter ego, and now I have to do something about it. And I don't want to wrestle anyone, man. I've got stuff to do, and those will blow your mind. They will look right at your mind and blow right on your mind, and it will be blown. I'm not good at hyping up things. I'm also having a minor surgery in the next month to attach a third arm to the middle of my chest. And that's just so that I can use my hands when I talk and so that I can clean efficiently while still holding a cell phone. And spin kick it into your trash so that you've got a little bit of extra aggression to really let it know you don't belong here, I do. Sucka. I also threw away a full live moose, and typically I try to save those, but this particular one was just rude, and I'm not putting up with rude moves. I'm not putting up with it. Doing a flat-footed backflip into the room so that I land right in the middle, and then just doing a whirlwind spin kick so that all the stuff shoots out of the middle of the room and embeds itself in the walls. That way I've got room to work and I can just pull stuff out of the walls as I need it. Once we have that uncovered, now we can actually do the cleaning, which takes no time at all. That part's a cakewalk. It's as easy as walking on cakes. What I'm saying is that sometimes I bake cakes and then tread upon them. I'll traverse a German chocolate. I don't even care, son. I'm crazy. Woo! I found a large herd of giraffes in here, and I just fed them all carrots and sent them on their way. There were like 6 of them. I named them. There was Poppy, Gerardo, Sir Giraffe-a-Lot, Corky Smoothneck, Funkotron 5000, and Frank. The last one didn't have a name because he was a jerk. Screw that dude. Oh yeah, when I was mopping, I accidentally opened a portal to heaven, which is what's on that floor. Angels were mad, dude. They're like, I was in heaven and now I'm in a random kitchen. I am not the angel of kitchens. I'm the angel of perfect can stacking. And I'm like, nope, that's me, son. Get on out of here. And then I filled one tub with live barking wolves because I don't want wolves prowling around the house and snapping and biting at people. Ever try shoveling a 4-foot tall pile of urine-filled water balloons? It just doesn't work. They're so heavy. You won't be that good at doing that because you're not this, baby. You ain't all this. But I am this, and so I did it that way. And you can trust me on that. That's a fact. That is a fact, son. That is some back sweating right there, son. Then the mold spores call the police, and I end up going to jail for assault. It's just a thing, and I don't want a thing. I just want this house clean because I am a weirdo, son. I don't even care. Call me House Face Cleaning Johnny back in Phoenix. Like, yo, man, is that old House Face Cleaning Johnny? I don't know. Let's draw some eyes on our door and see what happens. I bet he cleans them. I think some people call this a lazy Susan or a swinging Betty or a round Glenda. If I would have just been like taking $800 out of my pocket and setting it on fire, which sometimes I do because that's how I roll, son. It's a full live living moose just moosing itself up there being a moose. So you just shoo him off the countertops and then you take everything else off so you can wipe it down. And then I need to figure out a way to reinforce the house itself so that if Jason and I break out into a breakdance battle, we don't accidentally collapse the kitchen. It's really all about prep. Now Jason's not with me this weekend because he's busy shaving old women bald, just random old women that he finds at the store, shaving them stone cold Steve Austin bald, and then leaning in real close and whispering, "This is the world." Look, once they're out of date by 10 plus years, those two terms don't matter. But those things can be used for up to blah, blah, blah years after they... No, shut up. Go buy some new spices, man. They're like $2. You do not need to use spices that are a decade out of date. So now I'm going to vacuum this floor like it owes me money. Me exact can, Johnny. It's like no matter what house I go into, I know exactly how many cans I can and I can't. In my case, every 10-minute break that I took, I went outside and had a breakdance battle with the neighborhood kids.
And one by one, as I soundly defeated them, their parents moved out in embarrassment, so there's nobody left in this neighborhood because they all moved away. Now, they did leave the children behind because they should have known better than to get so badly served.
Otherwise, if you inhale that, it can turn you into a mold person. And though that sounds good, the superpowers you get with that kind of suck. I mean, you just kind of sit there and grow slowly. I don't even consider that much of a superpower at all.
So as long as you remember your 3 Ds, you'll be fine. And that is decluttering, dusting, and dosimetry, and also vacuuming.
We found a thriving colony of moose druids. Now, we were able to relocate those to an enchanted forest, so don't worry about them. They mostly just frolic. Moose druids are notorious for frolicking, and if you find them in the bottom of a horde, there's just no room to frolic. So I'm going to use that sucker, no pun intended. That's a lie. It was fully intended. Suck it. You suck my pun. Or another method I do is sometimes I'll release a wild moose into the house, and then moose are notorious for licking black mold. They'll just go through the house and they'll just lick all the surfaces until the black mold is gone. It'll be like, thank you. That was some good mold. And I'll be like, shut up, moose. Get out of this house. Please don't tell me to shut up. I am a friendly moose. Shut up, moose. If Thanksgiving happened tomorrow, would I have enough dishes to serve everyone? I mean, I got the moves to serve everyone. Son. That comment about poop buckets was brought to you by today's sponsor, which is me. I'd like to thank me for all the support that I give this channel. Without me, this channel would not exist. Enter promo code ALLME for 10% off of this video that you paid nothing to watch. Thanks, me. And sometimes I just show up to charities with a list of stuff that I've thrown away and just said, this is what I was going to give you. I just hope that you can appreciate my good intentions, because you're not going to get this stuff, but my intention was to give it to you. So it's the thought that counts. Then I wad up the paper and I throw it in their face and I run out of the store giggling like, suck it, Mom. My mom doesn't actually run a charity store. She's dead. I just call everybody that works at a charity store Mom. And then I'm going to use Barkeeper's Friend and scrub that sink right in its face. I'm going to scrub it in the face and say, do you like that? And the sink is all like, I do like that. Thank you for scrubbing me with the Barkeeper's Friend. You don't sweep with Lysol, you big silly face. But either one will work. They both do the same thing to germs. They nuke them. They nuke them right in the face, right exactly in their face holes. Suck it, germs.
We got, trying to talk to the people. And so anyway, we got
spin kick somebody right in their stuff. Right in their stuff and junk. I don't want people asking me to flex in front of the camera. If you've watched for a long time, you know that whenever I do that, my shirt can't handle the pressure and it shoots off of me like a shirt geyser. The last one hit Jason in the head and caused uncontrollable hair growth. And now he's cursed for the rest of his life, where he has to get haircuts like every 2 days. And then the cost of capturing and releasing stray moose that wandered into your house is like $600 by itself. And that's just for an average male moose. If you have an entire flock of moose in your house, that can reach upwards of $2.8 million. And if you wore them outside in the summer, they would just cook your face off. Not to mention, if I start using a pitchfork, then I'm going to get the old MacDonald Had a Farm song stuck in my head, and then I'm screwed for like 2 weeks. And now it's stuck in there anyway. So thank you for that. Thank you, Pitchfork Suggesting People. Man, that's some impressive back sweat. I always wondered why they called me Back Sweat Johnny back in Buffalo. The hell out of here with your $85,000 kitchen. We're going to fix this up in a way that any person can. With elbow grease and spin kicks, baby. You gradually increase the scope of your goals until, like, maybe at the end of the month, your goal is, while my neighbors are on vacation, I'm going to paint their house chocolate pudding brown. That'll teach them to leave while having me as a neighbor. I want to just clean those baseboards so bad. And I end up having to argue with myself and tell myself, shut up, me. You need to learn how to just accept it. Hey, man, don't talk to me like that. I am your father. You're not my real father. You're just me. Shut up, me. Will you guys please Please stop arguing. I am friendly moose druid and my ears hurt when you yell. Shut up, moose! I'm leaving. You guys are rude. And just the physical act of working in the sun helps produce vitamin D, which incidentally, vitamin D is my adult film name, baby. Ladies. Then as he gets better and better at it, he can graduate to more complex jobs. Like, okay, you've learned how to cut in along the ceiling without getting paint on the ceiling. Now we're going to teach you how to put mascara on this ostrich. You don't want people doing that right off the bat as their first job, but once you see they have a steady hand, then they can graduate to that. Pretty ostriches don't just happen. It takes practice and a confident hand to pull that off. Garlic salt, pepper, canned moose face, paprika.
It makes me want to vomit and rage is what it does. It makes me want to projectile vomit in a fit of filth rage, just thinking about his name and his face. Now, I could have just picked that up and moved it myself because I'm so gigantic and huge. Hulking is what a lot of people refer to me. Stephen Hulking. Michael Jordan is only 2 inches taller than me, but he could dunk from the free throw line. It would be really easy for me to say that at 6'4", I can dunk from the 3-point line, and so there's no reason that Michael Jordan couldn't do it either. But that's childlike thinking because I'm more athletic than Michael Jordan. I'm stronger than he is, and I have more drive than he does. So it's not fair to say that he would react the same way on a basketball court that I would react, because I'm just built different, son. Now, if this was my house and I had carte blanche to do whatever I wanted with this stuff, I would have just started doing like a breakdancing windmill as soon as I got floor to be bared, and I just would have windmill spin kicked sort of this stuff as I'm doing my little backspin until it all just shot out of the room. I mean, I'm 50 and not muscular or athletic, and I don't know how to wrestle, but I have dreams, and Chris Jericho's not going to just suplex himself. And just a slew of problems. A slew, I say. An amount of problems that can only be quantified as a slew. And I was all like, asbestos, more like as worstus. Please don't call me as worstus, I'm just some lonely wallpaper. Shut up, talking wallpaper. Okay. But with other people, it may be the opposite. Like they take their curtains down and replace those with live moose to block out even more sunlight, because moose are notoriously not transparent. Very opaque, the moose. Plus, once we moved it, we had to make sure they still had room to keep all their pet moose and their pet yaks. You wanted those to be able to stay in their own area and just not roam freely throughout the house. Like frolicking throughout your kitchen, yakking it up, doing yak stuff all over your floors. So I gloved it up, son. Got my glove on. That's why they call me Glove Putting On Johnny back in Reno. If you don't know who Jason is, well, that's none of your damn business. Stop trying to pry into my personal life, Chad. I'm looking at Jason and saying, clean the freaking stove! And he starts crying, and I'm like, don't even cry. You just clean the freaking stove, and I mean now. Now! And he cleans it while sobbing. He's like, I hate you. You hate me all you want. You just clean the stove. Now, given you can thrift a lot of that stuff at like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, dollar bills, y'all. All dollared up and nowhere to go. And if not, you can just lick a butt licker. The only thing that we're going to throw away in this house is literal trash. Nothing else goes. So for instance, candy wrappers, old broken boxes, your mom. For instance, in this kitchen, there was a moose with a big dent in the side. So I just drywall mudded the moose dent. It didn't make the kitchen look any better, but the moose was appreciative. So if you've ever lifted like the back 1/3 of a moose, that's exactly how much this trash can weighed. And with a TV that big, you want as much space between you and that TV as possible. Otherwise, you can't even enjoy that gigantic thing. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. She did not say that. She did. She did say. Like by the third coat, it's so white, its last name was Cumberbatch. Not the residue of the cleaner, the residue of the actual demon. If he doesn't fully disappear, just reapply the cleaner, follow the same steps, and chant, I clean thee in the name of the Lord. I'm also having an additional arm removed that's currently in the middle of my back, and that's just because it's silly. I'm not putting up with silly arms. I'm not putting up with it. Well, at least you got Bush Light, otherwise that'd be really heavy. Really, my spin kicks can destroy your lungs anyway. I just don't want to add bird seed and bird poop to that as like ammunition.
We had to be careful because occasionally we'd pull up clothes and then the perfume would spill on the buried moose druid, and moose druid notoriously hate perfume. Put up your pictures. Decorate your kitchen. Find pretty throw rugs. Put goth makeup on your house moose. Because if it was something that I liked, it would be the whole place would be covered in skulls, and like I would put paint on my butt and put butt prints all over the walls. You know those signs that people put in their kitchens that just say eat? I'd put one of those in the bathroom, and only the bathroom.
So we don't need all this stuff, so we're going to get these off here real quick, and we're going to I said get them off here! And then we're going to show you. My name is. And then I told those cups to suck it, and then I spin kicked Adri right in the neck.
I am a primer master. They call me Optimus Primer. And I'm like, Primer? I barely knew her. Hi-oh!
Steamroller. Oh my God.
Green beans can last up to 40,000 years if you keep them under the right. No, dude, don't keep green beans for 40,000 years. Buy a new can of green beans. I will personally buy you a new can of green beans if it means getting rid of the 40,000-year-old can of green beans. If you haven't eaten those suckers in 10 plus years, you're never going to eat them. Let them go, man. Let the beans go. I don't need curtains, but my neighbors need me to have curtains. So I specifically looked for a drill that doesn't suck. I got a suckless drill. A drill that's virtually devoid of suck. A clone of myself whose sole purpose is just to high-five me when I'm feeling down.